Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Jets Radio. This is one of your hosts, Tyson Roush. Jam-packed show for you. Not really. Not a lot to talk about. Maybe a couple topics here and there, but we appreciate you tuning in. It's definitely the quiet time of year. At Talk Jets Radio, Instagram and Twitter. Let's Talk Jets Radio on YouTube. The 76ers are out. The Brooklyn Nets are out. NBA basketball is back to normal. That's a good thing. You got Jamison Crowder contracts. You got the Take Flight series or Flight 2021 series, whatever the hell it was. Mr. Tyrone, how you doing, man?
What's going on, OG Triple OG Trip? What's going on with you, baby? Just
how you
living
doing,
the best
man?
Life, Jets up, baby.
See, now, Tyrone, there is a lot of questions about your ability to possibly be the backup for Mekhi Becton. Do you want to give an official quote on that?
Tyrone's almost 50, baby. My days are over with. So, no, I can't be Mekhi Becton's replacement player, but I will be supporting him, and I think the big ticket is going to be all right this season. Excited about what the big fella can do. I think there's another guy they're bringing in. He's like 30, played for the Redskins, you know. Pretty good guy that could be universal, you know what I'm saying, move fan inside and keep fan as a backup. I think they're working on something, man. It hasn't, got all excited about it. It hasn't happened just yet, but if that does happen, I think we're going to be just fine.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely going to be some moving parts. If you watch a lot of the interviews, they pretty much said, once mandatory minicamp was over, they're going to sit down as a staff, figure it out, look at where the deficiencies are, and then make moves if necessary. They have plenty of cap space. They'll also probably monitor, once training camp starts, anyway, cuts and whatever else. So I think there's still plenty of moves to be made. And I guess the one story that did come out was we found out what Jamison Crowder is making this year, which is $5.5 million, which is exactly what he's worth, I think, at this point. So you got to get Joe Douglas. It was smart, dude. Like we all said, listen, he's not a $10 million player. He's not an $11 million player. In the open market at this point in June, what is he going to probably get? Probably the same thing. So he's probably, I got a house here. I'm just going to stay here and make it a contract year. Hopefully I can flourish this offense, put up some good numbers. Or if not, Tyrone, if it doesn't work out, you know what? At the trade deadline, his contract is very it's very tradable now. Like now it's more efficient now.
Yeah, the funny part about it is, man, I think we've been talking about this for a while. I mean, it makes sense, man, to keep a guy like him in the building. But it made sense to give him at the right price, which, $5 million, and probably for the role he's going to play this year. He doesn't play special teams. He does, he doesn't contribute in any other factor, but on the offensive end. And then you got a young buck beside him that, I really
he was
like.
A better quarterback than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, he's more accurate. I'll say that. But anyway, man, it's crazy because we got a young buck that's them two together on the field together, and you throwing somebody like Barrios, man. That's a really, really talented, slot in, my man playing on the outside. But I do like the fact that they're keeping talent. I mean, that's what smart teams do. You keep talent. You give, and like I said, man, everything they're doing right now, man, is just so correct to me. It's just like, it really makes sense. It's the things that we've been clamoring about for a while, man. You're getting talent in the building. You're building depth on the team. You got, you got draft picks. So you got capital next year to get 2 more good players in the first round. You got 2 second-round picks. You got a third-round pick. You have a lot that you can do to build this team up. And Joe Douglas said something, man. You're not going to draft, 22 players. So you can move up and get the player that you want to fit your system. It makes sense. It's so smart to do, but also what they're doing is now they're evaluating the team. Okay, we've seen what these guys are. They're just in shorts, but we want to improve in certain areas. Man, I thought Fan played well last year, but getting a guy like Moses, you really got a guy that can come in that can be there for a couple of years. Him and Beckton on the east side, Fan's a free agent next year, but you can move him on, now you can throw him on the inside or have a great backup that can play both sides. I mean, this is what good teams do, man. You plan for the future, man, but you want to protect your young quarterback, and I think that everything that happened with Sam, everything that was done, everything that was saw, the mistakes that were made over the years with him, which everyone saw, which we all knew, but, they're not making that same mistake again, and I love that, man. Listen, you make a mistake, make it fast, but don't make the same mistakes twice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, That's what that is, man, so I love what they're doing right now, and what?
You make a good point because you want to keep talent, you want to keep young talent, you want to keep your core pieces in place. You have the cap space. You really don't have no excuse why you can't. And the name Marcus Maye pops up immediately because I've been researching like crazy. I've been watching all the press conferences, like defensive coordinator, cornerbacks coach, all these different guys, even Saleh, and how they talk about Marcus Maye, how important he is, all the different roles he can play, the flexibility he has, the playmaker he can be. And it's like, all right, you have till July 15th to get a deal done. They were pretty open about saying they want to get a deal done. I'm real curious, Tyrone, if they do get it done now, because it's like they were really talking about, they were emphasizing how important he was to defense because it's like almost like they want to have a really good pass rush. The corners kind of hold their own, and the safeties roam. And the safeties can be in a position to make a lot of plays. So I'm curious to see I wonder what his price is because we really haven't heard any asking price for him. We haven't heard, listen, he wants 4 years, $40 million, or 5 years. We haven't heard shit, to be honest with you. So I'm curious if they get it done. He came into minicamp, and the most important thing is, dude, he didn't talk to media. He declined all media requests, so you can tell he's unhappy. So, the Jets are all, it's one big, like Saleh said, one big honeymoon. Everybody's happy, all these feel-good stories. You kind of don't want that contract distraction right now. So I'm curious how this plays out by July 15th.
But I do like the fact that he showed up. I mean, it's another guy on the West Coast that didn't show up. So it just shows you, man, that, even though he's disgruntled, even though he's not happy with what's going on, he still showed up. So that's support not only for his teammates, and that should be more emphasis for Joe Douglas to get this done. Like, this guy showed up. And he didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Most guys in the contract dispute don't show up. They don't come into the facility. But he was there, bro. So I love
Jamal
that, man.
didn't.
So, I just said the kid on the West Coast, we're not going to say his name on the show anymore, you know what I'm saying? Because the guy's a fucking bum and can't cover nobody. He's a prima donna, and I'm so glad he's out the fucking building. I don't know what to say. And at one point, I thought we made a mistake. Bro, it was the best thing we ever did was getting that diva, non-covering, box safety out the fucking building. And I don't care what anybody says.
So what do you, Tyrone, right now on June 22nd, what deal would you offer Marcus Maye to get him done, get all this done, and we all move on?
I'm going to probably say a 4-year deal, about $41 million, 27 guarantees, something like that. Kind of where I'll be at with that. I think that makes him happy. I think it's not going to hurt us. We don't got to pay a quarterback. We're really not paying nobody. We'll see how C.J. Mosley does, but with this system, I don't think they really need C.J. Mosley. So if he doesn't have an absolute spectacular season, I can see.
I mean, you don't need C.J. Mosley. You need the brains in the middle of your defense right there. He's an important part of this defense.
I just think that giving him $15, $16 million a year, they're not really looking at it like that. But also, we're not paying nobody, so we can afford to cover that, and that's why I think they'll give him a pretty decent deal. And you know what I'm saying, and that they should. I mean, I think that listen, we're not paying it. Who are we paying? Like, who are we paying?
I agree with you.
Nobody.
But see, and this is, and one thing that Primetime keeps saying, and it made me think a little bit, was, Joe Douglas's history right now for the locker room. A lot of these guys he inherited, a lot of the guys are gone, a lot of new guys are here, but Marcus Maye is really, really respected, man. Like, especially last year in a shit year where it was a complete Titanic. He was fighting, he was clawing, he was keeping the defense together. He's got a lot of respect and a lot of credibility in that locker room. And especially a lot of young guys look up to him. So it's like, all right, he's earned his contract. The Jets have said they want to give him his contract. Joe Douglas' track history says he said to Jamal Adams, he didn't do it. All these other things didn't work out. Robbie Anderson didn't happen. All these other things. This may be the player where he makes a statement, say, listen, we're keeping one of our own that we want to be here for the next 3 years. And they make their statement with Marcus Maye. And I wouldn't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. Like 3 years, 4 years is fine. 5 years is too many. But I'm interested he makes Marcus Maye a statement guy saying we retain our own players.
And I think that makes sense, though, Tyson. At the end of the day, I said this a month or so ago, and you guys gave me problems because I said that. I was like, sometimes, man, keeping a guy around that is just a team guy that's done the right thing, who checks the boxes, and he's one of your own. I mean, it's crazy, man, because a year ago, if you were like Jamal or Marcus Maye, everybody wanted Jamal. And now that we look at it, we end up keeping the one that was better for us. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. So I definitely hope to get it worked out. I think somewhere around $9 million a year, 9.5 is probably what he'll end up getting. He's not going to get the Jamal money. Jamal might not get the Jamal money. But I think Joe Douglas toed the line a little bit. I think Joe Douglas is probably around $7, $9, $8 million right now. And if he can get to 9, I think they get the deal done. I think it'll be a 3-year deal. I mean, it'll be a 4-year deal, but really a 3-year deal. You know what I'm saying? Where they can get out after. But Marcus wants some money up front, and he should get it. He's earned it, bro. Listen, man. At the end of the day, man, we come from an organization that's not used to winning. That has, or I'm not gonna say that's not used to winning. An organization that hasn't won in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your key guys there. So let's pay him. Let's show these guys, especially with these rookies coming in, that look, you do your job, you keep your nose clean, you stay out the way. We're gonna take care of you, and that's what I want them to do. I hope that's done. If not only for that reason, I think he's gonna have a big role in this. Right? Can you imagine the pass rusher we're gonna add this year up front? And I'm just talking about the tackle spots. You know what I'm saying? These guys are gonna come in, bro. These guys are gonna be relentless, bro. So I'm excited, bro. I really am. I'm excited. I really got this sneaky feeling we're gonna be quietly good. The only thing that really scares me is the cornerback.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Nah,
you kidding me?
I ain't seen the P word.
Playoffs?
But I'll say this though. I say we got a chance to be a lot better than people let on. I think that we're going to be able to really come out there and compete with pretty much every team we play. It's going to be 1 or 2 that's going to be levels above us. But I think that we'll be able to hold our own. I think offensively, if our line is secure the way that it's looking right now, we'll be able to run the ball. We'll be able to pass the ball. I think defensively, what was scaring me the most was the cornerback situation. But what Coach broke down to is they're going to put a lot of zone. So some of these rookies might get a chance just because they'll be able to cover a lot of ground in zone and also be a little physical up front, but then pass them on. So the safeties will be very important in what they do. So, bro, I don't know, bro. I like it, bro. I just like it. I like it.
Well, I think if you look at what Saleh is saying is they're counting on that front seven to create havoc, man, especially the defensive line to generate so much pressure with a quarterback, get rid of the ball as fast as possible. Like, stop the run, pressure the quarterback, and then you can hide your corners, and then you have some very good safeties that are flexible, versatile. They like LaMarcus Joyner, Ashton Davis, and whatever. We'll see what he is. But if you have May, you have Joyner, you have a lot of versatile pieces. All these young guys are great athletes. You see they're all hybrid guys, dude. They can play safety, linebacker, corner. They got a lot of flexibility there. So that's kind of see how it is. And on offense, they got a lot of moving parts too, man. There are a lot of explosive players. So it's like I think the team's going to be competitive. I think there's going to be a lot of learning curves. Just the fact you're implementing new systems, it's not going to go smooth, especially when you have so many young players. If you had a veteran-leading team, they could probably pick it up a lot faster, but they just don't have them. And they got a lot of young guys, a lot of moving parts. So there's going to be some speed bumps, all this, but I think it's exciting. I think they're going to be well coached, they're going to be well prepared. They should be, in shape and disciplined, which always speaks volumes. You win 2 games just on that, just on being in shape and disciplined. So it's exciting there. Special teams, they need a kicker, but that we can wait till training camp to complain about. But I think overall, the aura around this team, people for a while people would ask with the Jets, they always make fun, oh, your team sucks, dude. There's actually a sense around the Jets where it's listen, they're starting to get things right. They're a team on the upswing. People have their hit and miss opinions on Zach Wilson, whatever else, but I think there's more faith on not Wilson, more faith on the coaching staff and the playmakers that are around him that are making people feel a little bit encouraged that are kind of skeptical about him.
I mean, that's what we got to get used to. You know, we got to get used to, you know, coming in.
What are you doing over there, man? You busy over there? You eating dinner? What are you doing? Hanging out, playing cards? What are you doing?
Nah, man, listen. So let me finish what I'm saying. So,
what are you doing over there? You're distracted. You're distracted. You watching TV? You watching the baseball games or some shit? What's going on over there?
No. We're actually waiting on the draft to come on. I mean, the draft to see, you know, what the Knicks get and who gets the first pick. But I was trying to say two things at one time. I was like, listen, actually, I want to counter after what you said. I think that having a young team might actually be good because these kids don't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know any better about, you know what I'm saying, not going out there and giving their best. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of, you know, some teams are defeated when you add veterans in there who don't believe. But these young kids are going to believe because that's what they're taught. You know what I'm saying? So they grow by, you know, you're only strong as your weakest link. So if you're teaching your weakest link, no matter what, we're going to fight. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to go out and fight.
So what's the Jets' weakest link right now?
I'm going to say, I'm probably going to say cornerback, man, for me. I still want to show up the offensive line, but I don't like the fact that we don't have a veteran in the building, which that we know is still is June. So we got a long time to go, so things might change. But that's something I would like to see improved. But I don't see what the coaches see. You know what I'm saying? I think that just those two spots in Tyson was so crazy is we had 100 spots, you know, a couple of months ago. And now we're talking about 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. That's a big difference, man. Like, I really think that we're going to put a solid thing out there. We could just stay healthy, man. That's the biggest thing for me. You know, we definitely got leadership. I think also having a new offense doesn't give team as much to, because they don't know what coach is going to do. They don't know what he's going to run at them. You know what I'm saying? You can watch tape of San Francisco, but you can take a little bit of LaFleur's brother. You know what I'm saying? He might have a mixture of everybody he's been around. So his offense could be, you know what I'm saying, similar, but different in so many different aspects. And you don't know how he calls the game. So I think that we got a chance to come out. And defensively, man, I'm worried about our quarterbacks. That's my biggest probably concern on defense. Probably our corners. I think defensive line, listen, man, we were number 6 against the run last year, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be able to stop the run. I'm still looking forward for the pass rush. You know, I mean, my man, like last year, I think he led the league in pressures, but he didn't, pressures and didn't get sacks. But if he's getting pressure, we're getting pressure up front. So, we're getting in between them guards and we're pushing the quarterback back. You know, so he'll get a lot more sacks. And then who we pull on the other side, the other defensive end on the other side, that's a big thing. Who's going to be our starting outside linebackers now? And we start the young kids, what are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? Are they going to be able to perform at the highest level? I think that, it's a lot different playing college because the speed is different, you know what I'm saying? And, getting used to that kind of speed and that kind of relentlessness and, taking on 320-pound tackles and guards is something not, you know what I'm saying? In the NFL, that's grown, that's grown men strength. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen, I agree. I think there's a lot of positive. They're taking a chance on a bunch of players like Jared Davis, even LaMarcus Joyner. Taking chances on guys that they're basing on their film, their research, and their fit in these schemes that they're going to actually be playmakers, which is interesting. And it's gonna, like I said, it's not going to be perfect, man. Like, I'm excited. I mean, this is probably the most excited I've been for a season in a long time. Because I'm encouraged about Zach Wilson too. I'm not. I think there's a lot of good things about him. I'm excited about him, but I'm more excited about how the Jets are handling him and the pieces they're putting around him, which makes you feel better about the overall process in itself. You know what I mean? I like Zach Wilson. And you look at the playmaker, all these explosive guys where you get the ball in their hands and they can make plays for you. Like, Zach Wilson's not going to be asked to carry the team. He can be a piece of the puzzle. And that's a good thing, man. And that's I think many times Sam Darnold was obligated to just overcome all the shit around him and try to carry this team to victory. And I think that's not going to happen early on with Zach Wilson, where they're all going to be in this together, scratching and clawing together to get their victories and make progress.
And the biggest thing also, too, I'm going to say this, is, Sam doesn't have the amount of talent that's there right now. There's a lot of talent on his team. Especially just offensive line, receiver-wise. And even
the running back
back core, That's what I was about to say. Absolutely. So it's totally a different team than what it was last year. So I like that. And then I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I don't know if you've been watching like some of the cut-ups, man, of practice and stuff. Like, I'm gonna say this, man. Yo, Zach throws the prettiest, tightest spiral I fucking ever seen in my life. This kid throws straight bullets, bro. He throws things on a rope, man. It's nuts.
It's smooth as shit, dude. His release is so smooth, like it's quick,
bro.
and it's like Sam had that little hitch where it was like, I mean, Sam threw great passes too. Like I thought he was very good too. But it's like it's different arm angles, different. It's just so fluid, man. Where it's just like he just goes back, throws, and it's like, shoom. It's fun to watch.
Man, it's like, yo, dude, this kid has he throws things on a rope. Like, I mean, bro, hey, listen, I'm going to go out on a limb. I want to say I would not be surprised if this kid wins like offensive rookie of the year, bro. I'm not going to be surprised.
Now, here we go. Tyrone is all in. He drank the Kool-Aid. Son of a bitch.
Hey,
here we go.
I gotta
doing?
Drink a little bit of it, man, because I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited about what we have, man. It's a lot of talent on this team, man, offensively. Like, you look how bad look at our starting receiver corps from last year, and none of those guys will be on this team, bro. Like, yo, Tyson, if you were building a team, you probably pick Crowder. Take Crowder out of the equation. You wouldn't pick one fucking receiver from this team last year, bro. I mean, it would not be one you would pick, Tyson.
Not a game.
Practice.
We talking about practice.
I love it. So, one of my favorite things.
So now, Tyro, before you continue, let me bring on Primetime, because now Primetime just heard your hot take. I know Primetime is dying to say something.
I was shaking my head the entire time. Well, let's not put those expectations on him, Rookie of the Year. I mean, come on. Let's let him come in, gradually learn the offense, progress throughout the year. We don't need to be throwing those expectations at this kid right away.
Tyrone's that guy now.
If you want to take that 8-1 odds on DraftKings, if you want it, 8-1 odds. Zach Wilson, Rookie of the Year. Sam Darnold, 16-1 odds, comeback player of the year. So just throwing that out.
Yeah, I might have to take
Tyrone, you betting?
But no. Yeah, I probably would bet. I'll probably put a couple dollars on that, bro.
You know what I want to know, Tyrone? This is what I want to know, because you're a pretty big bad dude down there. You got a lot of influence, a lot of power. Ever since John from Lakehurst lost the bet, we haven't heard from him. Did you bump him off, dude? Like, what happened?
Nah, man. Listen, man. Man, my man John from Lakehurst, man, real talk, bro. Like, I ain't want to say nothing, man. But, like, I'm going to go ahead, just Tyson brought it up. I'm going to go ahead and address this issue, man. Like, bro, what happened to you, man? I mean, I thought you had, you come on, you make us laugh, man. Listen.
Oh, he knows what happened.
You made a whole bet, bro. You rushed on the bet, you know what I mean? We ain't even talk about that. I ain't never said nothing about it.
Derek, you better yell.
You don't even call the show no more, man. Like, yo, bro,
maybe he's busy writing his raps. We're getting ready for the rap battle.
Rap battle, he don't even,
He got to be writing a check.
He don't even pay his bet, man. Like, bro, listen. You know what's so crazy? He's sitting there talking straight trash about, we're going to get this, whoop. And then, bro, you lose the bet, man. We talk to you one other time, man. That's it, bro. I ain't even say nothing about no money. Tyson pays me enough. You're good. I wasn't even worrying about it. But
now I pay you enough? Now I pay you enough? Fucking complained just last week. Man. What is this, a week-by-week basis now?
This
is some shit.
Hurt himself in negotiations.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes, Tyson, man, you come through, man, you surprise me, man. Like, sometimes you just throw a little something out, I'd be like, yo, that's my guy. But, it's all good, though.
Meanwhile, I can't feed my kids and shit. No big deal.
But Primetime, let me tell you this shit right here, though, Primetime. Number one, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that do their job and all the amazing men that take the time to be, a positive role model and an influence.
Happy Father's Day to you.
You too, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. But I just want to say, man, Primetime, one thing about Tyson, man, that bugs the shit out of me, right? I call Tyson. He'll never answer the phone, bro. Never. He never answered
You
the phone
are
to me
so
in
fucking foolish.
He's always got it.
You call one goddamn time.
I'm proud. I'm just saying, bro. Like he was acting real light skin that day, bro. So he answered the phone and nothing, bro. It hurt my feelings, man. Like, yo, how you know what? Listen. I tell you this.
That's why you got text.
We gotta listen. Oh, you already know that. Listen, we have a rule in my family, right? My kids, mom, cousins, whatever, friends, whatever. If you call me 3 times, we call it a code red. If you call 3 times back to back, I don't care what I'm doing. I will stop and immediately call you to find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? 1-800, you know what I'm saying? If you call 3 times in a row, answer the damn phone. Tyson, you know what I'm saying? I just want to call Tyson, check on my boy, see how he was doing, because I love this guy. But you know what? The love wasn't reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? He going to send me the voicemail and send me a text message. Now, if you guys, you know what I'm saying, understand that, I hurt my feelings. But it's okay. I'm a big boy, man. I cried last night. Hey, yo, and let me tell you this, yo. You know who else called me?
He didn't even let it go through the ring. He just sent you right to voicemail?
Yeah, man.
I was in the office, dude.
Not even trying to hide it.
Tyrone don't call Tyrone doesn't call at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6. He calls at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, bro, I work, man. I don't live the good life you live, Tyrone. I gotta put in the
I was at
here.
work that morning too, Tyson. I was at work that morning too, man. You know what else, man?
Mm-hmm.
Big up to my boy Ryan. Ryan FaceTimed me last week for last, man. It was out the blue, like, yo, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's love, man. My guy Ryan, his wife, Meg. I love y'all, man. Do what y'all do, man.
Are you done with your little speech now?
Yeah, man. It's cool. Just make sure, make sure that Nick's check is bigger. Bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Since your boy John,
you just waffled on your own checks.
Huh?
You just waffled on your own checks. 5 minutes ago, you just said you're getting paid enough. Now you want some more already.
I'm just saying because John waffled, and since Tyson screens the cars, I'm holding Tyson responsible for John's debt. But Tyson's now responsible for John's debt.
Oh, here we go.
So we're going to bring on Mr. Jay. Jay, what's up, man? Tyrone's giving
what's going on, bro?
You may have to wait a little bit.
I am so happy you brought me on first. Tyrone, I got your back. Freaking Tyson never answers the phone, man. Never.
Yo,
I call Tyson.
Are you fucking kidding me?
7 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Doesn't matter. I get put right to voicemail every time. Every time.
Did we not talk on the phone today?
I called you today. I was in a meeting, and I told you I'd call you back.
Did you call back? Did you call back?
That's a valid point. You're going to bring up one time, man. That's laughing out, man. That's petty.
But Tyrone, hold on, Tyrone. But you know something about Jay, though? We want to start airing out fucking dirty laundry here. See, Tyrone, you text me, I respond back. You can message Jay, text to Jay today. He probably won't respond till fucking Thursday. My bad, bro.
That's not even true.
That's never. That is true.
No.
That text goes into the wild blue wander. Like you never know when you're gonna look at it. It's like, oh, today, tomorrow, it could be. You never know what's gonna be answered.
That's crazy talk. That's Primetime knows that's not true, man. Primetime, step in here, man. Tell
this texting's terrible too.
Yeah, I'm in no position to talk on that. I'm not a good texter, so. Usually,
man. It's all love.
Both of you guys usually answer my text pretty fast.
Yeah, we answer yours. You don't answer ours. Like at Primetime, want to do this tonight? And it was like 5 hours later. I'm like, what the fuck could be?
No, because you know more than anybody that my sleep schedule is always fucked up. So like some nights I go to bed at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll wake up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, especially in the summer, like when I'm not working. So.
Damn, bro.
And the worst thing is, Jay, but Jay, the worst thing with Primetime is, the worst thing with Primetime is our Twitter account will be posting all kinds of shit, tagging Kevin. It'd be like 3 days later, he responds to it. Thanks. Like all this shit, like one-word response. I'm like, what the hell?
Trying to get back.
Did Primetime just say he sleeps till like 1 o'clock?
Yep.
So in the summer, like my sleep schedule just gets really bad. Like for right now, all I'm doing is baseball, like 3 to 7 during the day. So yeah, dude, like I'll go to bed at night. I'll stay up all night. I'll go to bed like during the day for like 3-4 hours, get a quick nap and shit like that.
He's like a vampire.
Honestly, man, none of the four of us need to bust each other's balls about how hard we're working, man. Everybody's working their ass off in here, man. Tyson is working and then coaching and then Talk Jets Radio, and Kev's teaching and coaching and Talk Jets Radio. and I know you're running around like a madman out there, Tyrone, and Lord knows I get.
Don't justify Tyrone's bad habits. I don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, man.
Nah,
hey, listen,
I got my boy Tyrone back because I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah, that's my bro. Yes, sir.
We have something big on the horizon, and I cannot wait. All I've been thinking about, I'm back. I'm fully roped in and back into my Jets fandom. Like I had to take a step back to take a step forward, man. And I am so excited about this upcoming season and this Carolina game, this opening day.
Yes.
Whether
it was
yes. a year away from the stadium and an Adam Gase free environment, and this new coach has got me all fired up. And look, I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm more fired up for that game than I've been for any road trip or any game. I think probably since. Definitely since 2015. I can't, for sure. Definitely since week 17 in Buffalo, 2015. And we know how that ended, but still, we were fired up for that trip, and we did our part. That's all I know. We did our part. We took that stadium over until the ball was kicked off, and then the Jets went full Jets on us. But I'm ready for it, man. I can't wait for this season, and there's been a lot of chatter. A lot of people are talking about like the amount of Jet fans that I know that are going down to Carolina for that game. It's going to be absolutely insane. I've never seen the chatter on Facebook and on social media of all the people that are just getting ready to make that trip. So I just can't wait to see what it looks like in there. I know Fireman Ed's going.
Man, I know it's going to be a lot of people there, man. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this tailgate, man. This is going to be crazy. Jay, what day you going down? I know you're going down Friday, Jay. I already know what you're doing. So, I already know. Hey, listen, man. Can I ask y'all for one favor, though, man? Can we not do it late every night? I'm just asking, man, because,
what is this,
amateur
hours?
What the hell? What, you got to – How about my boy anymore, man? Boy, passed out.
Because listen.
Man's got built-in bacon already.
Hey, listen,
we're 4 months away from the damn game. He's already tired.
Hey, Tyson, Jake, listen. Because man, if you don't stop Tyson, bro, if you don't tell Tyson to stop, then we'll party all night Saturday to the fucking tailgate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go right to the tailgate. Listen. You got a man up. You better start training. Well, I don't know what you're talking about because all I know is we're getting out there Friday, and you can sleep on Monday because we're going hard for 48 straight hours. Get ready for it.
So Tyrone,
I'm not even going
Tyrone,
home.
Hold on, Tyrone.
Till Monday.
We'll make a plan. We'll make a plan. What we'll do is we'll have an early party for you. We'll have like an early bird party for you, so you can go to bed around 8:00, and then we'll have the later party for the real fans, like after 8:00. Then the tailgate we'll have the light tailgate with the wine and cheese. You can go hang out over there, give you some cookies. You can go over there, and then we'll go to beer pong. We'll just make sure we'll give you an environment where you feel most comfortable, and then we'll hang out with the real fans. No big deal. It's problem solved.
Try to sound responsible in public. I know what's going to happen. It's going to be a recreation of that Richmond situation. And I know it's going to be 2 in the morning, and you guys are going to be doing shots. Tell me not to post any of that shit on social media because you don't want the people at home seeing what's going on. I know it's going to happen.
Hey, listen, man.
Tyrone's already making excuses. This is ridiculous.
Tyrone's smart. Tyrone's not even leaving till fucking Monday. Because Tyrone know that, you know what I'm saying, when I'm done, I probably won't leave till fucking Tuesday, man, because I'll probably sleep all day fucking Monday. And Tyson
what are you complaining about?
Up. Listen, Tyson will be fucked up all weekend and get up like fucking 4:30 in the morning Monday like shit ain't happened, bro. How the fuck he does this shit, I do not know. Like, bro.
Hold on, I got to ask you a question. When we're in Charlotte, who do you think? Okay, just in general, who do you think is a better shotgunner, Primetime or LaMichael Pirine?
Primetime, because your man Pirine, bro, he was struggling. Like, yo, bro, that shit was so funny though, bro. That shit was hilarious.
He said he almost threw up. I was like, damn, man went to University of Florida, can't even shotgun a beer. How's that even possible?
Yeah,
the biggest party school on the planet.
But Jake, hold on. In all fairness, we did a live stream last night. Kevin opened his seltzer and he spilled it right off the bat. He just opened the fucking can he's already spilling. Just in a regular drink.
Oh, man. Everybody's off their game. This whole COVID year got everyone all fucked up. I can't wait to get back in that parking lot.
I can't wait.
How long are we waiting to get tickets? Jay, I mean, I know you got tickets, but Tyrone, Ty, I mean, we got to get tickets at some point soon.
I already told you.
Yeah, we got to get tickets.
Let me know when I need to send it. No, send it, bro. I already told you that.
I'm sitting up in Carolina blue heaven. My seats are terrible.
Yeah, I'm not doing
I have
that.
the worst seats.
Sucks for you.
I'm sitting in I'm sitting in section 534 with the real fans, with the oxygen masks and all that.
You can hang out those real fans. I'm sitting next to Sir Purr. Fuck that shit. I'm going lower level. I'm gonna be taking pictures of him and hanging out with him. Fuck this.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish I was too, but I got my whole original back in the day Giant Stadium tailgate crew, and they all got tickets, and that's where they got them. And so I'm sitting with my crew, man, and you guys should man up and sit up there with us, man. Let's go.
Fuck
Get
that.
up
That's
to
not manning up. That's just giving up.
Hey, man, I'm going to be real. Listen, I'm going to tell you this, man. Listen, I went to my nephews in a football game. I told you they won a championship, right? Like, bro, it was so – listen, I was so hyped for a fucking high school game. Like, bro, just to be at a football game, you know what I mean? I was fucking nuts. So, I don't know, bro. I mean, you know, I'm down for whatever. But I like to be I want to some other sweat this time, bro. We got to, bro. Like, it's been a whole year, bro, that, you know, we haven't had a chance of just, you know, tailgate, just be around family, be around Jet fans. And there's going to be a shitload of those out there, bro. So, you know, I'm sorry, Sam.
So, Tyrone, I guess the question is, so I guess what kind of Kool-Aid do you like? Do you like the powdered Kool-Aid we have to make it for you, or do you like we buy you the pre-made Kool-Aid from, like, ShopRite or something? Like, what kind of Kool-Aid do you want for the tailgate? I want to make sure you stay hydrated. I
mean, I'm just saying, man. Don't worry about that. I'll find something to sip on to keep me hydrated. I'll be just fine.
He doesn't want Kool-Aid. That man wants to sip on like some Perrier, some sparkling water in the parking lot.
No.
Pinky up in the air.
I want to drink my Perrier. I want to drink my Perrier up whatever strip club we gonna be in, whatever strippers, you know, sitting on my lap. I like to be drinking. That would be my first choice.
Well, they probably open up too. They probably open up too late for you, man. You'll probably be already sleeping by then.
They stay open pretty late. No, they stay open pretty late, man. I think I'll.
Yeah, but you'll be sleeping. You got the early bird special.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be hard for me, but I think I'll get through it, man. Like Tyson, you already see how I get down, so you already know. Like, we were going shot for shot, bro. I didn't back down. The buddy kept going. Let's go. So.
We picked up like a bachelorette party. We don't need to talk about that. We'll talk about that some other time.
I don't even know what that was. But whatever that damn game we played was, the knock game, whatever it was.
So, Jay, what are your thoughts? Did you watch the Flight 2021 series the Jets put out?
Oh, now you want to talk about football? All right. So, yeah, I saw like a tiny bit of the first episode. Honestly, I'm gonna get caught up on it over the weekend. I've been so busy. I'm going to Orlando tomorrow, so like I've just been getting crushed at work here the last couple of days. But I'm definitely gonna get caught up on it over the weekend.
So are you gonna?
I saw some of the first episode. It was cool. I mean, look, all the crap that I give the Jets front office and everything, they do a nice job on those on those social media hype videos. You know, they definitely got a good production crew over there, and they get you hyped. I mean, you know, just so you know, Jay. Just, you know, I have a new friend, and I told Kevin today, I have a new friend on Twitter. You know who it is? Who's that?
I got my second response from Woody Johnson. That's right.
Uh-oh.
Jets owner.
Well, he heard about all the interviews he did with his brother while he was out hanging out in London, man. He wanted to get on the show.
He didn't get the memo yet.
What are you talking about?
He wants to get on the show. Yo, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'll be the first one. I'll put it out to the world. If Woody Johnson comes on Talk Jets Radio, I will donate $1,000 to the charity of his choice.
Whoa!
There you go.
He'll never
and
do
see if
it.
you can get see if you can start raising some extra money, man. I got the first 1,000 on that GoFundMe to get Woody Johnson on the show.
He's our new friend, man. He's our new. He responds to our tweets now, so we're making progress.
Hey,
that's something.
But
Jay, are you gonna?
You're like that crazy maniac who used to fly planes over your practice. Offered $1,000 if you come on the show. There you go.
Yeah. Whoever's doing his Twitter for him, yo, is fucking killing it, though, bro. Yo,
he is doing a good job.
Whoever,
he's doing a good job. Yeah. Yo, I always said, man, like, that gives me hope. It sounds stupid, but like, I don't think it is. Like, the fact that he's delegating that gives me some hope that like he's also delegating other things. Like, somebody got in his ear and was like, "Yo, Woody, listen, like, your brother really took your shitty situation and made it even shittier. You're coming back. You got a chance to be like a hero around here if you can turn this thing around when you step back in. How about we like repair your image a little bit and you kind of take a step back and let the professionals do what the professionals do. And whoever's running that social media account, props to them. They got a good social media guy. And look, it's a hell of a lot better seeing stuff like that come out of his account than the gibberish nonsense that used to come out of it. And so cool.
Sure.
But none of that wins games, guys. At the end of the day, I mean, it's all. We've been through this before. We've been through the Sam Darnold, hype train and all those preseason shows and all those things that had us all hyped up. And we went through Hard Knocks, which, that had actually a pretty good ending at the end, but, we went to the AFC Championship that year. But still, I mean, those don't win games. We got to get back to winning eventually around here. So I'm excited to.
Are you buying any new jerseys, Jay?
No, I'm done. I'm not buying any new players. I say that. See, I roll up to the first game in an Elijah Moore jersey. But right now, I'm not buying any new jerseys. No, I got my
I
throwback.
have one question. I have a question for you though, because you're like a guru with all these cards, like all the football cards and baseball cards, all this shit. What is the Zach Wilson cards going for? Is there a big run on the value of his cards or no?
Big time. But I mean, at this time of year, what's out right now, and Primetime ripped a box of it, is the stuff where they're wearing college jerseys, which is really hot in the beginning because everybody's gung ho to try and get some Trevor Lawrence cards and Zach Wilson and all the guys, Mac Jones, all those guys. But when the real cards come out, when they're in their professional jerseys, and those start coming out in like a month and a half, those are the ones that people really start to get after because the hardcore collectors, they want stuff in NFL jerseys. But there are people out there that enjoy the college stuff, if you were a BYU fan, yeah, you want some Zach Wilson BYU cards. So the values, they are high early, and if you have those cards, you want to sell them early because once, those things tend to crash a little bit once the NFL stuff comes out because people kind of forget about them. So, I mean, yeah, but I've seen some crazy Zach Wilson prices for sure. He's doing numbers, man. Like, there's some Zach Wilson autos out there doing like $2,000 already. Crazy.
What? Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay,
well, there's some Trevor Lawrence cards doing $10K. Crazy.
Well, once you get those cards, the best thing to do is not even ever touch them, correct?
Well, it's the whole thing, but you got to get them graded. If you get a card that's good enough, you want to send it out to one of the authenticating and grading services, and they put a score of 1 to 10 on it based on the condition. So if you send it to, let's say, PSA, which is a top grading company, and it comes back graded a gem mint 10, then you got a lot of value there if it's a big card. That's the ideal situation. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to touch them. You got to encase them, and protect them.
Yeah,
because the tiniest little surface scratch will fuck it up and make it from a 10 to like an 8. And then take a value of a $10,000 card down to like $1,500, or something like that. So big difference.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They look it under a microscope.
Well,
and if they see any surface damage or anything, where? So
this has been fascinating. First of all, I want to thank you for calling in. This is always a treat. I know Tyrone's a big fan of yours, and he talks a good talk, but we know at the end of the day he's not going to back up any of it. So.
Listen, hey, you know what's so crazy? And I tell everybody this, man. Like when before I got on the show, just calling in, I used to love when Jay called in. Then when I got on the show, right, like when Jay would call in, I get like fandom shit, bro. I was just like, I wouldn't say shit. It was like, I'm so used to listening to Jay go on his spiel. I would just catch myself being stuck in time for a moment, man. So
I was so angry, Tyrone. That's the problem. I was so angry, man.
Hey,
like the last couple of years with this Adam Gase shit drove me fucking insane.
This team,
I couldn't even
team made us angry, bro. This team did that shit, bro. It did that.
But that's why those rants would come out. Like those rants were just raw emotion. I couldn't take this shit anymore. It's my favorite team ever. All the shit that we all love. And he was running it into the gutter, and you had people defending it. Oh, he's not that bad. I was like, anyone with a fucking set of eyes can watch this guy and know how bad he sucks. Pretty much from the first game before he even got here. So, he drove us all crazy. But, yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's fun. You guys have a great show. Yo, for everybody who's listening, I want you to do me a favor also. Go ahead.
No, thank you for helping with the shirts, dude. The shirts came out amazing. That's all due to you, man. You did all the work for that, so thank you.
Yes, sir. They really look good, Jay. They look good as shit.
Help you guys out, man. I have a couple of my own. I wear them on the beach. Good times. If everybody's listening, definitely, if you're going to the Carolina game, shoot a tweet out to Talk Jets Radio. Tell them you're going. Let's all link up at the tailgate out there. Bring all the Jet fans together like we did in Buffalo Week 17, and hopefully we get a better outcome this time.
Hey, yo.
Jay, thanks for calling, man. Go ahead, Tyrone. Go ahead.
No. Hey, Jay, whatever happened to remember we had the groups that used to call in? Whatever happened to that group in Carolina? Are they still there?
Yeah. Yo, they're set off. That's the thing. We're tailgating with them out there. They have a huge crew, and they linked up with Gotham City Crew, and they're throwing a huge tailgate with the Marty Lyons Foundation out there. So it's going to be like where all the Jet fans are going to gather. We're all going to get it. It's going to be crazy. Fireman Ed's going to be there.
Absolutely.
We'll be set up over there. So
awesome.
Details of that stuff will come out. I'm sure you can check that out on Gotham City's page and everything. But yeah, they're all tailgating together.
Cool. Okay, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, have a good night, bro.
Later, guys.
All right. So, and thank you again to Jay, because he, especially the tank tops that we made, Jay did all that. He does all the design and shit like that. He helps me, he set up all, the website for us.
Them shits look so good, bro. Like, they really dope as shit, bro. Like, they really dope, man.
Wait till I model it.
No, they're... Oh.
I want, fat boys in season, baby. Beachwear, baby.
Shad bod.
All right, we're gonna go to John Atlanta. John, what's up, man?
What's going on, John?
What's up, Tyson? What's up, Tyrone? What's up, Kev? How y'all doing?
What's up, John?
Doing good, bro. How you, man?
Man, I'm good. For the most part, can't complain.
Hey, man, the $1 million question is this, man. Are you coming to the Jets Carolina game, man?
Listen, I want to come. I'm trying to get the info. I'm trying to sit in the same section with y'all. I'm trying to get Tyson to give me the info. Tyson, what's up?
How am I getting blamed for this shit now? How all of a sudden am I getting blamed? You guys tonight, this is a fucking clown show.
Tyson's like, yeah, I'm going. I'm like, yo, where you sitting at? He's like, I don't know. I got to figure that out. Every time I tell him, he's like, I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Man,
I'm thinking Tyson's trying to touch
you.
Because you know why? Because prime time is the logistics guy. That's why. Everybody's waiting on prime time because we'll be sitting there and we good.
How is prime time logistics guy? Hold on a second. How is prime time? Listen, I launched the shirts. I sold the shirts. I mailed out the fucking shirts. I'm a logistics guy. I just got to figure out where the fuck I want to sit in the goddamn stadium.
Then figure out where the fuck we going to sit.
You got to figure it out.
Tickets, bro.
Yeah,
there's like 5 sections that are behind the Jets bench. Pick one of them.
Let me know so I can sit with y'all.
I want to know where Sir Purr stands. I want to sit by him.
Here, I'll make it easy for you. Somewhere between section 108 and 114. That's in between the 20s. Pick one there.
All right, I'll look. I want to make sure I find Sir Purr.
Yeah.
I need to get pictures.
Sir Purr. Hey, after we whoop Carolina's ass, absolutely. I wonder what Sir Purr going to do when Sam throws his first interception.
Did you watch the Flight 2021?
The 6-6 like Detroit.
Did you watch that video series? That video series that came out last night. Did you watch it on YouTube?
Yes, I did. I've been watched it at work. All 4
episodes. What'd you think?
Oh man, I was hyped after the end. Like, it gave me a little bit of insight of what they do because I didn't know too much into the player personnel aspect of it, into the draft. So it kind of opened up my eyes. I knew they did a lot. I didn't know how much they did, if that makes sense. So, and then I like the little snippets they did of the players, the free agents, the draft picks, what went into it, what made them draft them, like the scouting behind it. I was like, the Jets is actually doing something decent. What? Look at this. The organization completely did a 180. I'm so happy, man. I can't tell you how happy I am to be a Jets fan right now.
Yeah, dude, like,
great.
The thing for me is that with all the clips, it seems like there was like a rhyme or reason for everything that they did. Like, even like with Coach Saleh, like, you know, there's a certain type of player that fits the schemes that they're looking for. You know, they did their due diligence with the quarterback and all the stuff, like where they were talking about Zach Wilson. You know, they were looking at all of his college throws, and with LaFleur, he was like, yes, those are the throws that you're going to be making in our offense. So it makes sense.
If you listen, I'm pretty sure y'all looked at it too, but if y'all really looked at it, LaFleur was like how Zach already had the lingo, like the verbiage. Like the verbiage was already there. He was spitting out plays and telling where people were supposed to line up. Like Zach was already 10 steps ahead thanks to John Beck, his quarterback coach. And I'm just like, you know what? Sky's is the limit for this team. Sky's the limit for Zach. Sky's the limit for like the whole organization right now. I'm just on the cloud nine. I'm just ecstatic. This is the happiest I've been since the 2 AFC title seasons. So,
dude, and it all starts with the head coach. I mean, like it applies, I think, to all levels of coaching. Like where he was talking about, like it's about us. Like that was the biggest thing I took away. Like early on, like, when they were showing the interview clips of him, and like he was just making it about the team doing what we do well. You know, and it just seems like so many times in the past, like where with Gase and Bowles, even with Rex a little bit, it always seemed like we were reactionary. Like how many times on the show do we come on, we're talking about the lack of adjustments, right? It seems like every loss, we don't make adjustments. We're not countering what the other team does well. And it seems like for Saleh, the vision's more about, you know, keeping the focus on us, making sure that we're the best version of ourselves, and the best version of ourselves is going to beat the shit out of you.
Nope. I've never heard a Jets coach get on the phone and say, you don't got to lift us, we're going to lift you. You don't got to be that guy. You just got to be a piece of the puzzle. I've never heard a Jets coach say that as long as I've been a fan. Never. And
but that's good coaching, man.
Where has this guy been my whole life? I mean, like, going through 2 years of Gase and defense comes on the field, Gase sitting down looking at that damn clipboard and fucking – I went to the Jacksonville game and fucking Fournette had that, I think it was like that long run. It was like a 70, 80-yard run. Jamal chased him down. I look on the sideline. Gase is sitting down talking to Sam, looking at the damn clipboard, talking about, yeah, we're going to run on first down, second down, third down. We're going to go play action, but I want you to hand it up to Le'Veon and go up the middle again. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're supposed to be an offensive genius, but you're the head coach. Look at everything. And then you ask him a question about it. He was like, yeah, well, that's Greg Williams' line. You got to refer to him. What? Oh, my.
I'm going to tell you this, man. Watching him with that fucking clipboard, bro, was probably one of the sickest things I've ever seen in my life, bro. Sitting on the end of the bench just looking fucking retarded with that fucking clipboard, just lost, bro. Like, it was so funny, bro. Like, we down by 30, bro. Throw that clipboard away, bro. There's nothing on that shit that can help us right now.
Nothing. This is the best team that the Jets put together in 10 years.
Damn,
in 10 years?
We're not even there. Like for the longest time, this is the best team the Jets has put together in years.
I definitely like the direction. I'm gonna say that I definitely like the direction that we have. I actually like the fact that we have a direction. You know what I'm saying? We have a sense of things being done correctly, things being moved right, things being done the right way. It's been so long since we've done that. So I'm really excited about it.
You got 4 good wide receivers, and then if you add Elijah Moore to make it 5. When have you ever had 5 good wide receivers on the Jets? When have you ever won 5?
Well, we had 3.
When have we had exactly? I was listening. I don't know if you heard.
Decker, Marshall, and Quincy.
I was telling Tyson earlier. I was like, yo, you take our receiving core last year and take out Crowder. Name one fucking player that you would even want on your team. Like, name one.
Nobody.
You were like, oh, we got it. Thank you.
It's bad when one of these guys who started the game is now playing lacrosse. Like, he completely switched sports. Like, come on now. Oh,
yeah, it was crazy.
Goodness.
It was crazy.
It's ridiculous.
All we need now. And you know what?
All we
I'm
need is a season corner.
No. I'm gonna say one more thing that we need too, man. That I think that a lot of people are overlooking. I know Primetime is definitely gonna agree with this. I'm gonna say a tight end, man. I'm gonna say a tight end.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting my man from Philly, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make that move, man.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, me too, bro. I think
I asked this question last night on the live stream. I was like, yo, what 3 tight ends do you think is going to make the roster? And if you add 4, I think it's going to be Westco because he's going to be the fullback / tight end. Like, if I'm answering my own question, I think it's going to be Croft, I think it's going to be Herndon, and I think it's going to be Boa. I think it's going to be those 3.
Ooh.
You know, it's weird. You know, what's so weird? That's the one thing that you really want to give a rookie quarterback is a solid tight end in the middle of the field. So, you know, maybe that's something they might address, man. I mean, because like if you're trying to make him the most successful, give him somebody that could be a threat in the middle, man. I mean, I know our slot guys are going to be there and some of our receivers, but it'd be really, really nice, man, if we could just, you know, get that aspect done. Herndon, man, I like the kid. You know, we saw some flashes, but, man, like, do you trust him?
Yeah.
I mean, do you trust him to be that beast, man?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm going to make Ebola make the 53. So when Herndon slacks up, you just throw him in there, and it's like the same person, the same type of face. So you're not really missing anything. And I think Croft should start because you're gonna need his blocking in the run game.
Yeah, you definitely gonna need his blocking, but you know, I don't know, man. Like it's weird because the tight end situation is wide open. Like any one of those guys could surprise us in camp, and you know, and take that position. So it's kind of crazy.
Hey, Tyrone, Kev, Tyson, I got one more question for y'all. With us possibly signing Moses, right? Do y'all really think what are we gonna do with Fant? Are we gonna put him as a swing tackle if we need him in a pinch, or y'all gonna do something? Or we gonna do something weird like move him to guard? Because I think he's athletic enough to where you can make that move and maybe just find another tackle just to be that swing tackle. What do y'all think?
I mean, me personally, we talked. VJ Duzable. I talked to him I messaged him a couple of days ago, and he was like, he doesn't see it happening, man. They think that he won't play guard. You'll make like a jumbo tackle. You have like Fant, like the tight end position. You have like a swing tackle, all that stuff. But he doesn't see it. I mean, some people would say he can do it, but a lot of people are saying that he's not a guard. So I don't know.
I mean, but I would still keep him. Because it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you want to go in
hell yeah, you keep him, especially with Jackson banged up.
Yeah, man. That's the thing about it, man. Like, you want like, listen, in the past, we wouldn't have done this. We wouldn't have made the move to where we're going to bring in somebody that's going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to back us up and give us that. We need that, bro. It makes sense to me.
I'm not gonna lie too. You go with a jumbo package, and you got Fant next to Moses on the right side with Vera Tucker and Becton on the left side. That's some big bodies up front.
Yep. Yeah, man, that's.
And they want to run. They want to run the football. That's their goal. They want to mash people. So that's a perfect way to do it.
Yep.
That's power football right there, man. That's absolutely.
John, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good night, bro.
Y'all have a good one.
I'll find out the section too. All right. So what we will do is we will bring on Mr. Afram. Afram, what's up, man?
How you doing, guys? I love you guys attacking each other earlier. Good time. How you doing? No, I just I started watching episode 4, but something came up. But I've watched the first 3 of the flight thing, and it's similar to what they did with the One Jet Drive, where they used to do that every week before the season started, and then during the season. But when they let all these first 4 come out, it was basically the entire process of what was going on. And I find it more of a way to just they're showing the fans that we're not a joke of a team. Organization. We actually have competency now. We do things appropriately. We do things professionally, and it's not just one guy, 2 guys. There's a slew of people involved in the process, and it's really just like a major company. everyone's got a process, and they've got a job they're doing, and you got the Zoom call with the six scouts. They're talking about Elijah Moore, and then when they finish talking, they hit it to the analyst who has all the stats about him, how many yards and how many yards after the catch he made. It's very impressive. They do a very good job of it. But like anything else, we hope for training camp to come and everything progresses and they can evaluate all the talent and see which ones, hope this team develops the way it with this coaching staff. I'm very, very optimistic about it. I saw a thing on YouTube with Keenan Cole. He was being interviewed by Good Morning Football, and he made a nice observation. He says, they asked him, how's Coach Sal? He says, you don't really see him. He says, we're being coached by the offensive line coach, the offensive coordinator, and then out of the blue, when you're coming off the field, he comes over to you, and Salah, and he explains to you what you did right, what you did wrong, and he does that to everybody. Just you don't see him, but this is like a true head coach. He's managing every aspect. He's watching from the outside, looking in and keeping track of everything going on, which is amazing to me. And he points it out to every player in a good way. How to correct things. This is what you're doing, and I found that I'm looking forward to this. I really am. This is once in a long time that I've actually seen a very competent organization.
Yeah, and dude, like that was one of the things that Joe Douglas was highlighting when they were talking about Salah, just his ability to be a great communicator, across, your entire coaching staff, with players, just getting everybody on the same page. And, you saw that in not only in the Zoom calls, but like when they were scouting all these guys, it just seems like there's a different kind of chemistry with the GM and head coach actually working together now instead of reporting separately to ownership. There's just a different vibe. Like all the assistants also working in the building together. It just seems like they know exactly what they're looking for.
Oh yeah, and they're on the same page. And it's not like there's no egos. I don't see any egos. Yep. If there are, they're not showing it. But I see them develop. They're building a team, and they're all on the same page. And it's like they're building it to be there for years, not for during the contract. They want to be part of this, build this organization for years. None of this 3 years and I'm out because I'm not successful. Let's do this the right way. And that's why we never have any consistency. I mean, we've got 3,000 coaches we've had in the past how many years. We need to stick with the program and stick to it and hope, and not veer off of it and then change all over again. It just you set back every time. You got to believe in the people that you hire and stick with it. You're not always going to be successful, and that's the case. No one, if every team was successful every year because they had the guy was doing it, the guy would be the greatest GM of all time. But you don't see that. Teams are, you lose talent, you gain talent. You lose talent, you gain talent, and you rebuild. But as long as you stay in the hunt. It's going to be a very good. I think it's going to be a very good year. And did he just hit a home run? Yeah, I think Boyd just hit a home run. I'm watching the game too. I apologize for that.
What score? I had the Met game on in the background. They're getting there.
They're going to review it. They're reviewing it whether they hit, but if it's it, there would be 3-2 Yankees if that's the case. It's 2-2 now.
Nice.
But. And I got my email about the third time in about Thank 4 minutes. What was that?
I just said the Mets are getting shut out for about the third time in 4 days. But
yeah, I saw that they had like
there.
2 runners on base, and then Atlanta made a bad play, but then the guy grounded out. But this
we never not asking position.
Yeah, but no, I'm just this is a dead time right now, but you're dying to wait for training camp to come, and because you're hearing nothing but positive things, for the most part.
Counting down the days, man. Counting down the days.
Yeah, counting down the days. You guys mentioned the tight end. I have not heard anything good about the tight ends in the OTAs and the minicamp.
No.
It's going to be. I think, like everyone says, Wesco's going to get the job because he's multi-versatile. Fullback and. But you hear nothing from about Herndon. That's good, and the undrafted one, Kenny. I can't say that. Yeboah. Yeah, he was dropping some passes, but.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Let's see. They've got this time to self-reflect and say, hey, if they don't see the writing on the wall now, they're never going to see it.
Yeah, they got a whole month. Learn the playbook, stay in shape, do the right things over the next month. Show up to training camp ready to compete. And if not, we have plenty of cap space to have some help.
This is your livelihood.
You're looking at the offensive coordinator that comes from a team that made their tight end, one of the best in the league. So you would figure that, you would definitely do what you got to do to get yourself in position to be successful. So maybe it's just not for them or they're not for us. One of the two.
Well, let's look at it this way. I know Tyson mentioned it, and you guys mentioned on the show. They play the rookies a lot more to see what they have. So let's see how when training camp comes, let's see how many reps they give Herndon and all these guys that have been there, and see. I mean, this is their chance. So let's see what happens there. But I know you guys talked about Moses, and I think Tyson, you were right. No leaks have happened up when any time they made a move of getting a guy. He's 30 years old, and I don't foresee Douglas giving a multi-year deal to him at this age. So I think it's coming out of the Moses camp, and I think they're looking to jack up their price. But from what I heard, that they told Fant that you're going to be playing right tackle when they sign him. That's the only position we want you for. So we wait and see. It's just like anything else. We hear these rumors, but then nothing that any rumor we've heard has come into fruition. So
Tyson was one of the first people to text me once the rumors came out the other day about Moses. Because I was getting pretty excited about it because we've been talking for a couple of weeks on this show now. About adding some kind of quality veteran backup at left tackle with Dexton down. And so I was starting to get a little excited about it. He was like, "Wait, hold on now. Normally you don't hear this stuff coming out before it happens. At least not with Joe Douglas here." So kind of put it in perspective a little bit.
You got to ask yourself, what am I signing? If I sign somebody at right tackle, I'm going to do it for 2 years, only because I got two draft picks in the first round. I'm going to get myself a right tackle, possibly with one of those picks in the first or second round. So I'm not going to need this guy any longer than 2 years at best, So, but they have Fant. And Fant you could hold. Fant has the ability. He has the athleticism to play in the system that LaFleur is going to push. So,
Yeah, and just being serviceable last year, considering how bad everything else was. He was one of the few somewhat bright spots I think on that offensive line last year. Him and Becton. So, I think and we have back. Right. Definitely need the depth too.
And with all the other stuff going on, and everyone's got a positive attitude, everyone starts to, everyone keeps forgetting. When you're playing for a coach like Gase, and everything is dismal, guess what? You're not playing at full capacity. You're just being there. You're playing to be there, and there's no drive. You're coming to a situation where it's not positive. And actually, the only positive Gase had was he brought in Douglas, and then it got us our quarterback. So that's the only positive that he's brought us. Without him, we wouldn't have any of this stuff. So we have to look at it that way too.
That's true.
Yeah. So now there's a new thing going. There's a new attitude going on. The culture's changing rapidly. Nothing but quality guys. You see the camaraderie. You see the going to the Islander game. They did the Fant's softball charity game. They're all together. they're building relationships. It's a true team. It's like friends. It's like a high school team, all friends. They're playing with one another, and no head cases. No bad apples in the locker room per se.
All good character guys, all guys that love football.
Exactly. Yep. So I mean, this month can't go fast enough, unfortunately. Because it's summer. It's gonna sit there, and we only get three preseason games. That's what kills you. We want to see more, but hey, we got an extra game, and God willing, this team clicks and shows something, shows some competitiveness, and that's really all I'm asking for this year is just to be competitive on each game. None of this like you guys said last night, not the second half of the game and you're waiting for this to end type of thing. You want to be in there in the fourth quarter and doing something. And the kid looks good. The kid looks, he's. I'm not saying what is he going to be, but from everything I'm reading, it's like they don't look at him he as a rookie quarterback. He doesn't look like. He looks like he's been there for a couple of years. Nothing's phasing him. He wants to learn, and he's making some nasty throws. And this Elijah Moore is making. They said they can't even cover him in the end zone. They just can't. Nobody can cover him in the end zone, no matter what they do. He's just all over the place. So that's going to be some interesting red zone threat if that's the case. So it's all you hear.
With him doing what he can do in the slot plus Crowder, and then you got the big bodies and Mims and Corey Davis. You got plenty of weapons in the red zone.
Yeah, and I wrote last night on the chat. I was listening to Connor Hughes. They said he had some sort of illness. He was sick, and it wasn't like a muscle thing or anything body, but it was just an illness of some sort. And he lost weight from it and all some things like that. So they want him to start pushing him slowly in. That's why he's given second team reps and getting his body back and getting better. Building his body weight back on, his muscles. And so we wait and see. He's got this whole month to fully get back into healthy shape, and then hopefully, if that's the case, what Connie Hughes said, and he comes out and he's 100%, it's going to be a very, very good receiving corps. And
well said,
can't
man.
wait to get my new shirt, man.
Thank you for the support. Yeah, thank you for the support as well with the shirts, man. We definitely appreciate that.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. And I can't wait for the sleeveless hoodie, right, Kevin?
We got to work on it. Yep. I want to get that done before the end of summer. Definitely.
Good night, gentlemen. Thank you so much for the time.
Appreciate you, man. Good night.
Bye.
All right. So, anything else on your mind before we wrap up here?
I just want to say, man, that it's a slow time, but we're still trying to make it do, and I'm excited about this team, and everyone should be, and it's just up, man. Let's get ready for Carolina. Let's get ready for training camp, and let's see what this team's gonna be in September, man, and hopefully, with the way I'm feeling now, we can put out a good product. So.
Yep, definitely. Again, thank you, everybody that ordered shirts. We definitely appreciate it. If you didn't check out the Jets Flight 2021 series, definitely check that out on YouTube. Great job by the Jets team there. And we'll be back live probably Monday unless something happens during the week. So we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too, man.